Hey everybody, Mark Herman, aka LA Bengal fan on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, repping the Bengals for the AFC Northerners. So I told you I'd be back when there was a little news to report, and we've had some news in the last few days, not to mention camp's opening, so I thought we'd throw up a video. First thing I want to say is I was the happiest guy in the world when I read about that Tyler Boyd extension. Not only was it a good number, I think it was a fair number. He had kind of targeted the Sterling Shepard number that he got at the Giants, but we really needed to keep him in the fold. Tyler Boyd has really shown to be a valuable commodity out there in terms of production on the field. He's a high character guy, and God knows we did not want him winding up in Pittsburgh. He played his ball at Pitt. He eclipsed all of Larry Fitzgerald's records at the University of Pittsburgh, and the last thing I wanted was to see him in a Steeler uniform. So great news with the Tyler Boyd extension. Today, Andre Smith was signed, and while I'm reading Twitter and I'm seeing a lot of people, relax, guys. It's just depth. We need big bodies back there. He's not an Alex Redmond. He's not Ogbuehi. I mean, this guy can come in as a backup and contribute. So I'm happy with that signing. This guy's not intended to be the starter. We need bodies back there. So we don't have Jonah, and even with Jonah, we still needed some more bodies back there. So the Andre Smith signing is good. Also, we added a long snapper today, so that's a good thing. So there's two more pieces for the offensive line. One of the things I brought up also was Mike Tomlin was extended this morning. 1 year added to his contract, so he's under contract for 2021. If you guys need a really good chuckle, I want you to go on to any of the Steeler pages, whether it be in Reddit, you can look on Twitter, go into different sites and look at the comment section. But Steeler Nation is not happy with this. It's very amusing to read some of the comments. Some of my favorite ones is that the Steelers have now put off attempting to get the 7th Super Bowl trophy until after the 2022 season. So a lot, or there was one today where the guy said that, oh great, now we're going to pay him for 2 years when we fire him this year. So that's kind of the sentiment you're hearing from Steeler Nation. So if you need a little amusement, go ahead and go to those message boards, and I guarantee you'll be able to put a smile on your face. Biggest competition in camp is to me is the backup quarterback position. It'll be really interesting to see who emerges as the backup, because Finley did not look good in the earlier OTAs. So we're going to see exactly what he does at practice. But I think that's kind of our biggest competition is the backup quarterback. So we'll keep an eye on that. There's some other positions that'll be interesting, but that's the one I'm kind of focusing on right away. Mason Foster, on other news, Mason Foster was released from Washington the other day, and he might be an interesting person at the right price to add linebacker depth. This is a guy who made 2 Pro Bowls in the last 3 years. He led Washington in tackles. This may have been a salary cap issue, but he's somebody I definitely would like to see. If we need the linebacker depth, somebody I would like to see us maybe make a play at. And you can also keep an eye on, as camps keep going and the preseason starts, teams are going to be cutting down on their rosters, and we can definitely pick up some depth positions there too. So we'll be looking at stuff like that. The last thing I want to talk about, and I never ask you for more than 5 or 6 minutes on these videos. The last thing I want to talk about is all these power rankings. I see a lot of people, whether it's on Facebook or Twitter, really being disgusted by what they're seeing in terms of our projected record or where we are in the power rankings, 28th, 29th. I think Peter King just dropped us to 30th. And I want to tell everybody, stop listening. Or listen, but don't take this stuff to heart. These power rankings don't mean anything. And I'm going to give you a couple examples of what I'm talking about. When Jeff Fisher was fired from the Rams and Sean McVay took over the team 2 years ago, the power ranking for the Rams, and I had to do a little research, but the end of the season, 2016, 2017 season, the end of that season, Sean McVay's hired the preseason ranking for the Rams. When he was coming in and bringing guys like our own Zach Taylor as the quarterback coach to work with Jared Goff, they were 28th. Okay, they made the playoffs that year. They made the Super Bowl last year, albeit they shouldn't have been in the Super Bowl. I know they should have only gone to the AFC Championship, but they were ranked 28th, okay? The Bears last year, new coach, all kinds. Everybody's looking at the Packers. The Vikings are coming off their, win, and they had made it to the AFC Championship. The Bears were ranked 24th last year. So these rankings are wrong. I mean, radically wrong all the time. And the reason why I picked the two examples I just gave you is because that they don't take into account the impact of the new coach and the new scheme and the new atmosphere and all the change that's going on. They're like your Morningstar rating on stocks. When you're looking at a stock, it'll have a 5-star, a 4-star. That's all based on the past. It's looking in the rearview mirror. They have no way to project the future. So it's the same thing here. It's all off past performance. They're looking in the rearview mirror and ranking us 28th, 30th, 29th. I don't care. Don't listen to it at all. It means absolutely nothing. Okay, we can surprise this year. I know USA Today projected, I think, a 3-13 record. I've seen a bunch of people post that article. Stop listening to it. It doesn't mean anything. Well, I don't know what the projection was for the Bears, but if they were 24th, they had a losing record. And I guarantee you 3 years ago, the Rams were probably projected to be a 4 or 5 win team. So don't listen to them. They're wrong all the time. It means absolutely nothing. So I want to tell Bengal Nation out there, just relax, okay? And the last thing is I tweeted out an article from Logi who did a 5 reasons. I can't remember the exact title of it, but I retweeted it out. It's on my Facebook page. It's on my Twitter feed. So go take a look at it. But he talked about 5 reasons why the Bengals are going to be better than people think. And I really don't think a lot of fans are looking at the last 2 that he had on his list. And that's that Zach Taylor is going to bring in different blocking schemes, which can, even if our line is not a top 10 line or a top 20 line, if it's just adequate, there are blocking schemes that we can do to create a second more for Andy Dalton. And I think that's going to help a lot because Marvin Lewis certainly was not a genius when it came to this stuff. And the second thing is Christian Westerman. Everybody forgets about him. I was yelling about him last year. For some reason, he got into Marvin's doghouse, and he didn't get a lot of playing time. And he's going to get a shot here in this offense, and I really think he's going to step up and be a good guard. So with the bowling retirement and everything, I want everybody to kind of just take a chill pill and just relax because things are going to be better than people think. So go ahead and read that Logi article. Like I said, it's on my Twitter feed. It's on my Facebook page. Go take a look at LA Bengal Fan, either on Twitter or on Facebook. You can find the article. Great read, great article. Shout out to him. That's why I posted it in all those places. It's also on the AFC Northerners page. I think I put it on that too. So with that said, I know I see I'm at the 8-minute mark, so I lied. I kept you long. I'm sorry, but I did want to get a video up today. So with that said, I did have one complaint that I wasn't doing my proper sign-off. And that's true. I can't say anything about Marvin Lewis anymore, but I still should be signing off saying what I need to say about Mike Brown. So until we get back to a Super Bowl, I'm going to say fuck Mike Brown. Bengal Nation, I'm looking forward to the upcoming season. And you guys can throw your comments in down there. And let's I'm ready for some football, okay? Hooty, everybody. Take care.